Hello friends, and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, I'm John, and this is Timberborn. Okay, we're on day 17, so we are one day into the 8-day drought. We should be okay. We've got plenty of water in storage. We've got a fair bit still in our various lakes and everything. We've got a little bit up here that we can let out. We've got some in here that is currently under pressure that we could let out. Yeah, so we're doing all right. Food-wise, we're absolutely fine. We're building up collections of most things. We're getting through the grilled chestnuts a little bit quickly because they're not being produced as quickly. We've only got we can, oops, turn around. We've only got a small stand of chestnuts down here. Yeah, everything else is oak down here. Oak and pine, maple. So yeah, we've only got that small stand of, chestnuts there. But that's fine. Maple pastries are one of those things that we produce and then immediately eat. I've put in some additional storage down here for sunflower seeds. So we've basically improved our storage a little bit. We have actually got sunflower seeds in store, which is nice. We are harvesting a little bit. That's also nice. Over here it was pointed out that I'd made our Lido/Lido pond a little too big. Absolutely true. I was always intending to put showers in the back here, but we need to demolish these dandelions first so that we can get the path in around the edge. So that's what's going to happen over there. Everything else is going all right. We have currently no power being produced. We are on our battery storage. Our pool of Badwater here was growing. Obviously, during the drought, it's no longer flowing. Down here, we are building in a double levee wall here to narrow this down to 2 tiles wide. And we've got some explosives set in to straighten it out. So let's set these off. There we go. So that will give us a 2-wide channel all the way down that we can affix power to. So we'll get some power wheels in along here and connect those up. It will be fairly easy, I suppose, to bring that power up here and connect it on to the main grid along here. So that's what we'll probably end up doing. In fact, it's probably easier to come up this way, isn't it? So bring the power couplings off this side and around and then up here. So that's probably what we'll end up doing there. Where are we? Over here. Now that this has dried out, I'm going to put some stairs back in there. And I'm going to put in a couple of sluices just there. And we're going to put these on a high priority so they get done before the end of the drought. And once they are in, we will remove these and we will block this up so we don't get bad water flowing back into here and then spilling out here during the bad tides. That's the plan. So yeah, a bit going on. We are still setting up our area over here. I've kept this zipline station for the moment. Let's get rid of the water for a second. Even though there's no point in it because there's no stairs down onto this level yet. There will be shortly. We'll put the steps back in. I'm setting explosives up here so that we can basically sort of square this off in this side as well. And then I'll come up and I'll probably do the same to this bit. It's only an overhang, so it doesn't actually affect the depth of the pool itself. But, you know, neatness is important. Yeah, that's what's happening anyway. I think that's all we've got going on in terms of building. We have a lot of pine resin, so that's good. How are we doing for maple syrup? 25. Yeah, not a lot. And we are... Ooh. not far from a few... Oh, there's one already for harvest there. So it looks like we are making our way through. Yeah, so those have just been done. And we'll be making our way through these as they become available. All right. Okay. Could possibly do with some more. Very tempted to come in here and use dynamite to square this off as well. Get rid of these oaks. Oaks. And replace them with with maple trees as well. But we won't just yet. We'll leave it for the moment. Let's spin on till dawn. There we go then. There's dawn. We're all getting out of bed, so that's good. Right. Once all that building work is done, we need to do more. We need to develop further. So what is the next plan? I mean, bots possibly? Yeah, I think we've got pretty much everything. Oh, beehives. I forgot about beehives. I mean, food-wise, we're okay, but, you know, it's nice to have everything. Yeah, the large water pump, I think, is probably a good one to be going for. I mean, we've got a lot of treated planks. The only thing we don't have a lot of, really, in terms of these resources, is books. Because they get made and are almost immediately used. Is it worth, then, trying to get another printing press in? I mean, we've got a fair amount of paper. Might be worth getting another printing press in. How are we doing for power? We are producing a massive 660 horsepower and using 1700. Still plenty on the batteries. And as that wind picks up, that power will increase. All right, yeah. Let's get in another printing press. Where are we? Printing press. There we are. We can squeeze that in just there. Okay, right. How are we doing with our sluices? We're working on them. All right, brilliant. I'll spin on until these are done. There we go. They're done. That was nice and quick. Right, let's get this set of steps gone. And we'll delete the path back as well, because I think... Yeah, we've got a gap of at least 2. So, can we get a levee in underneath there? Not without demolishing that path, but... No, we can't. We can't dig down... we can't do it diagonally there. All right. So we do need the stairs in, don't we? Or we just do that. That's probably the easiest thing. Come on, drop down. There we go. And we'll get rid of that one. So that should block this whole thing off. In theory. And prevent any of the bad water from spilling this way. Okay, and then we just need to set up those sluices to open when needed. So we're getting the dynamite laid in up here. Once this first section is set off, we'll bring the path around and we'll lay in, I think, yeah, this should be 3 tiers high, I think. Yes. So tier 3 dynamite on the top there to bring all this down to the same level. Right, let's spin on till they're done. Okay, so we're on day 21. We've got about 3 days left of the drought, and our explosives are in. So we'll set these off. There we go. Lovely stuff. Okay. So that has squared this whole area off now. I really do think we're probably going to want to get rid of this here zipline station, honestly. But we'll start by laying in a whole bunch of dynamite. Oops. Do we want to bring these down? Let's have a look. Do we want to bring it down to the same level as the sluice? Yeah, we might as well. Might as well. Okay, and then all of that. And indeed, all of that as well. And then once all of that's laid in, we'll get rid of this, lay in the explosives there. Then we'll get rid of the stairs, lay in the explosives there. All right, that's the plan over there. Right. So, where are we? Over here, we've got our dandelions removed. And we've got our showers in over here. So that should help us a little bit. Yeah, I think everything's going all right. Oh, our printing press is up and running as well. So we need to keep an eye on the amount of paper we're producing, but it should be all right. My paper mill is on, isn't it? Where is my paper mill? Yes. And you're chewing your way through the logs in storage. Do we need more logs? No, I think we're okay. Down here, everything is finished. I haven't put in the power wheels just yet. I want to get all the other stuff done first. You are set to supply. Should I just empty you? Probably not a bad idea, because then that gives us sort of access to this space up here that we can do other bits and pieces with. We've got 7 children, 1 spare bed space, 6 unemployed adults, which is really only 2 unemployed adults. We are running a little low on water in our main lake here. I have already opened up these floodgates to use what was in there to top this up, and it hasn't done a great job, so I'm going to risk opening this up. There we go. That's a lot of it gone. We'll close it up again. Hopefully most of that will make its way into the channels themselves. So it'll flood through, drain back. He says, yeah, it's already draining back. That's fine. And hopefully we'll get a little bit more coming out through here into this main pond. We should be okay. So we've got 2.5 days left. We might actually lose hydration down here. That's a distinct possibility. But maybe this little extra sort of boost will help us. I don't know if we've got any left behind here. Oops. A little excessive. Sorry about that. Okay, we do have some more in there that we can let out. So let's do that in a slightly more controlled manner, shall we? We'll drain it down to 1.5 and let that empty out, and then we'll drop it down a little further. Okay, so that's all going well. I think we're doing all right. I'll spin on till the end of the drought. There we go. The drought is over. Absolutely fine. Yeah, still did great. I did turn on the water pumps over here for the last day, just to sort of keep our water high. This dried out, but it doesn't really matter. We've still got all of this hydrated because of the swimming pool, and these will be fine for another 9.5 days. No biggie. Unfortunately, we have a lack of beavers. I mean, not a lack of beavers, just a lack of spare beavers. We have no unemployed. We have 3 spare vacancies, which I'm going to assume... well, 2 of them are there. And 1 of them is in there. So, yeah. That's fine. That's all fine. Down here, yeah, we did lose the water here. These are probably going to die before the water returns. A long time before. But it's all right. It's not too bad. We'll just have to replant them. It's not like we are short on any of the products from down there. We have nearly 300 Spadadoc in storage, and much the same for cattail roots. We've also got a bunch of cattail flour already stored up, so yeah, we're all right there, really. It's just going to need replanting, which is a pain, but it's not a problem. Okay, so the water is returning here. We'll let that fill up and start overflowing before we start messing with this floodgate here. Up here, I am building in some steps up to get us onto this level so we can get rid of this little overhang here. Then we'll bring these back and we'll stick another house on top there. Whilst we're here... Yeah, honestly, whilst we're here, we might as well do the same on this side. There we go. So then we'll be able to put the housing on top here without it, you know, getting in the way of our building. Okay, up here we have, again, a fairly pathetic amount of power. Our batteries are virtually topped up, so that's okay. We have had some wind over the course of the drought that's allowed us to fill up our power there. Yeah, everything's going as it should be. The water is starting to return here, so that should flow through and help fill up our... again, I don't want to call it a reservoir, our lake, our farming area down here. That is already flowing through. That's good. Right. How is our explosive field going? Slowly. Very slowly. Still, that's fine. We're not in any real rush for that. Right. I will spin on for a couple of days. I'll let this obviously fill up and then I'll reset all our floodgates down here. We'll get the explosives laid in up here and get away... break away these overhangs. Everything else is going okay. Oh, what I will do... Where are we? There we are. Let's pause that gatherer flag for the moment because we are full of berries. Start of day 4 then. As you can see, our Badwater pool has filled up. I was hoping to get a sort of daylight shot of it right at the top, but it was in danger of overflowing. So I've opened up 2 of these sluice gates down the bottom, the top one, so we should be limited to 4.4 cubic meters per second in terms of flow. That is draining this slowly, moderately slowly, but it isn't flooding down here, so that's good. So we can definitely get our power wheels in here when we want them. We are currently out of Badwater. These are pumping, but they're not necessarily getting there as quickly as we'd like. It might be necessary to add in another Badwater pump down here. If we do, we have these levees here that we can stick them on, so that's fine. But we'll give that a little while to try and catch up. We've got a lot of our haulers coming down here to grab Badwater and funnel it up to our industry up here. So we'll give it to the end of the day, see how that goes, and we'll see how far this has dropped in that day as well. Over here, the water has reached a level where it can actually overflow down into here, so we've had to rearrange the height of our floodgates here to prevent flooding further on. I think we've got it. We've got this one set to 1.55, this one set to 0.55. This is 0.6, yeah, 1.65 up here. So that seems to be okay to prevent any flooding. So, fingers crossed. All of our crops here have been replanted, so that's nice. And everything else is flowing nicely. Yeah. In terms of our explosives, we are making progress. We're nearly halfway through. So, that's something. Yeah, that's all. It's going to take a while, obviously. Especially since we're not producing explosives at the moment because we don't have Badwater. Yeah. Over here, we have cleared this space, and I'm in the process of putting in another lodge. I should probably actually put those on a mild priority so they get done first. Yeah, we are going to need... I think we are going to need another Badwater pump. All right, let's build ourselves another Badwater pump, shall we? Stick that in there. And bring the path up to the door. And we will again put that on a mild priority to get that done. We do have the beavers currently to staff it, so that's all right. How are we doing? That's dropped noticeably in the last sort of half a day. What if we close that one and restrict it to 2.2? How rapidly is that going to start filling up again? Let's keep an eye on it. Oh, yeah, we've already got the backwash there. All right, we'll keep an eye on that and see how it goes. Other than that, it's a case of spinning on and waiting for those explosives to be done. Okay then, we're at the start of day 6, and this has risen, as you can see. So just having one of these sluice gates open will allow it to fill, and having 2 open will allow it to empty. So we will open that one for the moment. Hopefully we won't get any flooding down here. I don't think we will. I think this channel is wide enough to cope without any hassle. Certainly seems to be. But that should start dropping that level again now. We're actually producing 179 horsepower per windmill at the moment, which means we're producing more than we're using, which is good. We are building up a stock of Badwater again. We are out of paper, however. So those 2 printing presses there. We've only got 6. Sorry, we're nearly out of books still. We've only got 6 books. We have 100 paper, so we are maybe keeping track. Maybe keeping track. But we're not actually upping our production of books a huge amount. We'll see how that goes. That is draining now. Yes, that is draining. Okay. Over here. We're still not quite halfway through. Because we were building, you know, Badwater pumps and so on. Housing-wise, our new house is in. We have no spare beds. We have 16 children, 2 spare adults. So we're doing all right there. Yeah, everything's going all right. We did have some flooded buildings, which I assume were down here. But they're no longer flooded, so that's fine. Okay, not a lot of point in putting any more food in. We've got plenty of food. More water storage might be useful. We've got quite a lot down there. Let's have a look. Gears, metal blocks, and planks. I mean, we have plenty of each, don't we? And it's only 600 science. Let's unlock us a large tank. We'll put that down there. That will be for storing water. And we will slowly swap out some of these. Yeah, not going to fit in there, are we? We'll make space for them around the place. We'll start by getting rid of some of these berry bushes, clearing us some space around here. We've got another gatherer there that's doing nothing, so we'll turn that one off. Okay. Okay, building lacks materials. You're going to be the grill, aren't you? Or one of the... Yep, there you go. Gamgee has nothing to do because they have no chestnuts. That's fine. Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of point switching it over to spadadock or potatoes because we're pretty much full on those as well. All right, then. Okay. I'll spin on till we get the drought or bad tide warning. I'll let them get on with these explosives. I will keep an eye on this and switch over that sluice gate at the bottom when it starts getting too low. Okay, yes, I will spin on then. Start of day 10 then. No drought or bad tide warning yet. I've put in one of these water wheels down here just as a test of this channel. So with one sluice gate open, it produces about 148 horsepower. So that is less than these ones are producing. But this is slowly filling. If I open up a second sluice, like so, that's already increasing quite dramatically. We'll let it settle down. Okay, played on a little bit. Doesn't really want to settle down, but it seems to be hovering around sort of 290, 295, something like that. With both of those open. We'll shut that one down again anyway, because we want this to fill up. But that's pretty good. That will give us a boost of power. So let's get ourselves a few more of these water wheels laid in down here. I can't get another one in, unfortunately. No, I can't get another one in, but that's forced. That's a start. We won't rush those or anything like that because we don't need the power just yet anyway. We're going to wait until these explosives are finally laid in. It's going to take a long time. We're approaching the sort of 3/4 done mark, but we are very low on extract. We are out of explosives entirely. So basically they're only coming over here as and when those resources are able to be produced. Yeah. It takes a while. It takes a while. But I will now spin on, and I will actually come back when we get the drought or bad tide warning. Okay, day 15, and we're getting a bad tide. So, considering it's day 15, it's probably going to be slightly shorter than the droughts. This you can see is reasonably full up here. You can also say that we've got a trio of unwell beavers. You might be able to surmise, therefore, that I took my eye off the ball and allowed this to flood. Yeah, that's what happened there. Down here we've got all of our water wheels in. We haven't connected them either together or up to the main power just yet. You'll be able to see from over here that we've still got a massive lack of explosives and extract for the explosives. Yeah. But, you know, it will happen. It's just going to take a while. Down here, we now have 3 of these large water tanks in. 2 of them are pretty much full. This one is not, because this one's only just gone in, basically. I've taken out the 2 medium water tanks that were down here. I've taken out the medium water tank that was up there. I'm going to, empty that one, and then demolish that as well. Yeah, we're doing all right. We're up to nearly 4,000 water. We've got storage space for 5,500. So that's all right. We're going to need more water pumps, obviously. Yeah, we had a bit of a bad water spillage, as you can see. It's fine. We'll just have to replant all of that food. In terms of food, we're down to just under 3,000. We've got no chestnuts. We've got no maple pastries. Everything else we're all right for, pretty much. Even sunflower seeds. So we're not short of food. We've just lost a couple of specific types, which is going to be affecting our well-being slightly. As will, you know, being contaminated by bad water, but it is what it is. Our explosives are, yeah, slowly progressing. Very slowly. I mean, we're waiting for explosives for most of it. We've got extract, or the extract is being produced relatively quickly. But yeah, we need that to make explosives as well, so yeah. It's alright. As I say, we're down to a few left there, just sort of that last quarter, really. And again, it is just the explosives, and as they get made, they'll be grabbed and brought up here and placed as we can see is happening there. It will happen. It's just going to take a while. Okay, I will... I don't think I'm going to do anything just yet. Or am I? I was thinking about removing this water pump and replacing it with a large one. It's only 400 science, and we've got the resources to build them. That's not the best place for it, obviously, because it's only one tile deep. And honestly, we want to be putting them up here. If you're going to do that, we'd want it at this level, dropping down into the main body of the lake. So we'd need to take this section off as well, and stick a couple in around here. Or, I mean, no, that's the best place for it, really. I was thinking, or putting in platforms down on this level here to bring it up. I suppose we could do that. I think they reach down to a depth of 4. Yeah, maximum depth 4. So if we were to put them there, it would be basically one tile deeper than this. Alright, yeah, let's try and do that. Let's get some tier 1 dynamite up on there. And we will prioritise that so it gets done first. It will slow down the progress of this, obviously. But we'll be able to get some a couple of deep water pumps, large water pumps rather, in this area as well. I may need to put in platforms and finagle the pathway a little bit. We'll see. We'll see. We'll have to see when that comes down, what we can actually fit in that area. Okay, I will spin on then until the start of the bad tide, and we'll be able to test our bad tide defences again. Okay, there's the bad tide. 3 days. Shouldn't be too bad. I really want to make sure that this activates, though. Doesn't appear to be activating yet. Which is unfortunate. This one has closed. Yeah, that one has closed. Alright. I guess we'll just open that one then. Alright, we've got a problem there then. That will have to be fixed. How are we going to fix that? Oops. I suppose the easiest way to fix it for the moment is like that. So now all that water will flow out. And that's mostly fresh water coming out the top. So we're probably going to have to automatically open these as well. Yeah, alright. So there we go. These are currently manual, or this is currently manual sluices. We're going to have to figure something out for that, aren't we? That's unfortunate. It's probably going to require explosives, though. And speaking of explosives, we've got these set up here. So let's set them off. There we go. We can get rid of those stairs. Now, large water pump. 20 logs, we have 1,300. 5 gears, we have 220. 10 treated planks, we have 190. All right. Let's have a look then. Okay, we can definitely get one in there. And theoretically, we get one there as well. So let's get one there as well. Okay, so they'll be able to pump water out of here. Why did this not work then? Is it because that is there? Do we need to come in and demolish that block as well? I bet it is, isn't it? Either that or we build the floodgates further down. I think we're just going to need to demolish that block. And then replace that sluice. Obviously, we're going to need to do that once the water has returned. And we're going to need to leave this open, which means our top lake isn't going to fill whilst we get it sorted. But that's what we're going to have to do. Why do they have different footprints? Is it just because this one has started to build and that one hasn't? Must be. Must be. Okay, right. In terms of everything else, we've got building lacks workers. Well, that's going to be these buildings over here. Is that because we've got, yeah, a lot of injured beavers suddenly. And a handful of contaminated beavers. Why is our injury rate suddenly rocketed? Don't know. Don't know. And our grill still lacks chestnuts. Oh, yes. Over here, I planted in a small plot of chestnuts. What I'll do eventually is, again, use dynamite to open this space up a little and add in some more. I might bring it all the way up to here. How are we doing for antidote? 323. I think we'll be all right. Okay, right. We will call it an episode there. We are making progress, even if I'm a stumbling block in the path of that progress. You know, I mean, contaminating beavers left, right and centre is probably not a great idea, is it? We might need more medical beds. Where are we? Might not be a bad idea to get a few more medical beds in around the place. Let's find some space, shall we? There's a few spots. There we go. 4 more medical beds can go in there. Right. Yeah, we'll call that an episode. We've only got, I mean, just over 2 days left of the bad tide. We'll be fine. There won't be any problems with that. Oh, what I probably should do... I closed up these floodgates here. Oops. Keep pressing the wrong buttons. There we go. But I didn't open these sluices. So, there we go. Open those up and let those flood out. That's fine. This tunnel is blocked off, so we're not going to have any problems there. Yeah, so we've got our chestnuts up here. As I say, we will expand that. We've got a gatherer here. We've got the forester, which we can currently pause. There we go. Yeah, I think we're doing all right. We'll turn these water pumps off. There we go. We've already lost water in there, but that's okay. It's only going to be a couple of days. Nothing's going to die from that. Yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Apart from my mistakes, I think we're doing all right. I think we've got a decent plan. We might need another... No, it's just because we've got a massive injury rate at the moment for some reason, I think. Hopefully that will sort itself out. If not, we'll have to do something to challenge that. But yeah, we will leave it at there. So thank you very much for watching. Please do join us next time. Please do give us a like and a subscribe. It really does help the channel out. If you are flush with cash, you can hit the super thanks. You could become a member of the channel, get access to videos early, and all of that stuff. But please join us next time. That's the most important thing. Till then, I've been John. This has been Timberborn. Please do take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And bye-bye.